Hey everybody, welcome to another episode of Hijinks Handlebars.
Hello.
An actual Play Kids on Bikes tabletop live stream with QueueTimes.
Wow!
QueueTimes?
QueueTimes.
Blue
Rebranding.
Times.
Times.
Yeah, so if this is your first time watching, then this is a continuous campaign. We use the Kids on Bikes system. It is akin to things like Stranger Things or It or Stand By Me. It's basically just teens and kids in small towns having adventures. There's usually a supernatural element to it. Our show especially has a lot of supernatural elements going on. All of our previous episodes are in a playlist called Hijinks and Handlebars. You can find that on the QueueTimes main YouTube channel. You can also find that with the bit.ly, bit.ly/handlestream, capital H, capital S. There is a store for all of QueueTimes merch where you can find some of our designs, that most of which were designed by our very own Tomato here. So those are found at a bit.ly, bit.ly/handleshop, capital H, capital S on that. That will take you to all of the QueueTimes merch, but our merch is on there as well. There's a tip jar now for QueueTimes. It basically, you put money into the tip jar, it goes to all of the shows. It's a direct way to support everything that everybody is doing here. It supports Clear Skies. It supports Long Beach by Night. It supports Court of Corvids. It supports this show, Hijinks and Handlebars. I mean, yeah. So it's exclamation point coin, I believe, in the Twitch chat. If you are watching this on YouTube, please leave a comment down below. If you're watching this on Twitch, go to YouTube and find the VODs and leave comments down there. It helps us out. Also, it's a direct, really easy place for me to go and see what you have to say about the show. And I love seeing everything that people have been saying. We have been getting a couple people who are going through right now who are commenting episode by episode by episode, and I really appreciate that. It's really awesome to see those. I do go back every so often to find them, and it pleases me and it warms my heart, and I love it. Also, the people who have been reaching out on Twitter, thank you so much. Matthew, who has been making memes.
They're so
good.
About our show. They're great. Thank you so much.
On
and you're
Twitter,
caught up now, so I don't think you watched live, but when you see this in the VOD, thank you so much.
Yeah.
I love it. I appreciate it. And I think memes are a really good way of getting more people to maybe check the show out. So let's
who
keep up the
commented on
memes.
Tumblr? Oh my god.
Oh yeah, someone made a post on Tumblr as well.
Yeah.
Wait, really?
Yeah,
I saw someone tweet about how there's not a community on Tumblr for this show, which I agree is criminal. And if you feel you have the capacity to change that, please do, because people should be talking about the show on Tumblr, and I am not gonna be back on there anytime soon.
Oh, we also have a subreddit, r/Hijinks Handlebars. There's no ampersand, but you can post your memes there. It's a good place for memes.
Yeah, yeah, that's true. Cool. A couple of things I want to get on top. Some thank yous. Thank you to Hunter's Entertainment for publishing Kids on Bikes, for giving me dice that have skulls on them, if you can see that. And then also for a backpack that is Kids on Bikes branded. I appreciate it very much. It's wonderful. It's where I keep all of my dice. I just put them in there, and my folder, my Peachy folder. I think that's what they're called.
What?
It's a Peachy folder. It's a specific folder that has like a bunch of information on it. It's part of their branding as well. It's what people used to have in like the 80s in school. It would have your multiplication tables on it and stuff like that.
It's like a dungeon master screen for nerds.
Yeah, the Kids on Bikes Peachy folder is like that, except it has like character information and strengths and stuff on the inside of it. I never use it except for to carry character sheets, but it does have that information in there, and it's pretty cool. And I brought it to work once, and all of the older people were like, "Oh, a Peachy folder," and I was like, I don't think this is peach. I don't think this is peach colored. And they're like, no, a peach. You are so young. And I was like, I'm sorry. I don't know. Thank you to QueueTimes for hosting us and for doing a bunch of the behind the scenes stuff and making sure that we can get this show up and running, keep it going, and for all of the growth and stuff that you do with all the other shows to keep the community growing as a whole. I really appreciate that. It's awesome. And if you watch this show, check out the other shows because they're very good. Especially a show called Monster of the Week that is that we Sam, Jonas, and myself were doing and were on a while ago. There's a playlist for that too. I think it's called Monster of the Week. Okay, so thank you to them. Thank you to Tomato for the art. Thank you to Shannon for the ARC 3 poster, which you can find on our social medias. That you can also follow at HandleStream for Twitter and Instagram. And you can find Shannon's work on Instagram at Shanyon Canyon, SHANYONCANYON. Okay, well, I am William, they, them. the GM for Hijinks and Handlebars.
I am Jonas, they, them, and tonight I am playing Kaylin Joyce, she, her.
I'm Sam Richardson, he, him, and tonight I am reprising my role as Hidalgo Montrere, International Man of Mystery.
Kaylin's also a reprisal, I just didn't like to use the word.
Wow.
Kaylin
Chris.
is also a reprisal. Way to undercut me.
And I'm Chris, he, him, and I'm playing a new character in town, in this here town.
Your camera's right there.
What?
Alright, your camera's right there.
And I'm playing a new character in this here town.
Over here, if you...
Oh, hold
Wait,
on.
Chris, if you just look over
right
here.
Yeah.
Just-
Okay,
yeah,
I'm looking.
right, just look
I'm
at the
looking.
cameras
I'm
right here.
looking at it, and I'm playing a new character, Ron Buckets.
Buckets?
Ron Buckets, baby.
Ron
Yeah.
Buckets.
Great. So,
Nothing happened before this.
yeah, nothing happened. The last thing I'm going to say then, since nothing happened before this, is this is an almost entirely improvised show. About, I would say, 99.5.6% of it is completely improvised, made up on the spot. So I can't just come out and tell you exactly what's going to end up in the episode. I don't know exactly what myself or my players are going to say. But have no fear, we are not edgelords. We're not trying to go out of our way to offend people. In fact, we do the opposite. We try to do all that we can to make sure we're being inclusive. But sometimes things that might, and I'm not using this ironically, this word, but some things that people might find triggering are not necessarily things that are generally offensive. And when I say that, I just mean, like, be careful and take care of yourself. If something comes up in the episode and you're watching the stream, turn the stream off. And if you really want to keep caught up so you can keep watching, just get a hold of us on social media and ask us, like, oh, can you kind of let me know, like, a synopsis of what happened, but leave this stuff out because, like, I don't want to hear it. Like, I don't want to hear about this. We can totally do that. We can do to the best of our abilities. Some things that have come up in the past: claustrophobia, extreme darkness, self-harm, harm to children, harm to animals. I can say, like, probably in this episode there will be harm to children and just, like, harm in general. There have been elements of, like, body horror, but I don't go into that very much personally because I also don't necessarily like to describe that so much on my end.
If you want more of that, go watch Monster
Monster
of the
of the
Week.
Week. Yeah. It's interesting. I don't like saying it out loud, but I do not mind hearing it. Like, so when I was on Monster of the Week, I was just like, this is grotesque, and I'm loving it. And, like, now I'm like, I don't even want to describe certain things. Yeah.
I thought I had a pretty good tolerance for body horror, and then you started showing me Full Metal Alchemist, and now I'm just, like, at a new level. It's rough.
It is rough. It gets way worse.
I believe it.
Yeah.
I believe it.
Believe it. No, that's Naruto. Anyway. No, I'm sorry.
That's a
Jonas
wrap
has
for Jonas
strong
Newhouse.
opinions about
Not even
anime.
making noise. I was trying to make a racket.
No, that's tennis.
We have fun here.
We have a lot of fun.
You have fun here. I can't see.
Great. All right. So normally I would do like a last week on Hijinks Handlebars or.
But nothing happened before this.
Nothing happened before this.
We are only here and now.
Or will happen after it. Boom, boom, boom.
Great. It's the dead of night. You hear crickets. There are animals and a breeze blowing through the trees in the middle of the woods. The woods. It is called the Caramel Apple Woods. In fact, about 4 or 5 hours drive outside of Bald, and 4 or 5 hour drive outside of Mohawk. These are the woods that combine these two places. Trinity and Skylar, two young kids wearing scout uniforms of the scout troops. The Mohawk and Bald scout troops are out in the woods on their own right now because they are playing hide and seek. Just between the two of them. They've been best friends for a really long time. Both from Mohawk. Both unaware of what is waiting for them. Skylar, she walks and walks and walks and cannot find Trinity, who is apparently very suddenly good at this game. Trinity has never been good at hide and seek. She's been found within minutes every single time, sometimes hiding behind a bush, sometimes just holding up a stick. But she's always found. And Skylar is now concerned because she has been looking for 35 minutes. The two of them are out in the woods because they are on a trip, an outing with the scout troops, the Mohawk and Bald Scout troops. This is a weekend once a year where everybody can get together and they can just have a good time, do a couple like contests, get some badges. But right now, the only thing that is on Skylar's mind is how much trouble she's going to be in if she comes back without Trinity. And then everything goes silent. The breeze stops. The leaves no longer continue to move. The crickets are silent. And the normal bustling and sounds you would expect at night in the woods are nowhere to be found. But Skylar moves forward. She notices it's eerie. It's frightening. She says, "Who's there?" And a snap of a stick that is not from her foot cracks right behind her. Back at camp, Ron Buckets is in a tent, a rather large tent. It's one of the pop-up ones that you can like have standing room in. It's basically its own.
Even if you're as tall as Ron?
Even if you're as tall as Ron, which I don't know how tall Ron is, but we can get to that in a moment. Ron, who is the scout troop leader for this group of kids, Hidalgo, Kaylin, Trinity, and Skylar, who have been gone for about 45 minutes at this point. They said they were just going to go to the bathroom, and they have not returned.
Is anybody in my tent right now?
Yeah, it's you and Hidalgo and Kaylin.
Do you want to see another magic trick?
All right.
Because I've got about 18 more of them memorized.
You,
I know I've already shown you my best 16, but there's more. There's plenty more where that came from. If you'd like to see them.
Did we see your very best one?
None of them are your very best one. You got a lot of work to do, kid.
One of them has to be his very best. If they're all there and one's better than the other ones, what do you mean none of them are his best one?
They're card tricks, kid. It's like it means nothing. Sorry, kid. You're gonna learn one way or another. It's like it. There's no such thing as a professional magician. It's like
Excuse me,
like a driftwood artist.
Scout leader?
Yep.
My parents hired a magician for my last birthday, so I have to beg to differ that there are such a thing as a professional magician. And I know that Hidalgo is not technically part of our troupe, because he did kind of just show up out of nowhere, and it's still very troubling that this has fallen through the cracks of our bureaucracy, but you should still be nice to him, because you're an adult in charge.
Hidalgo is like, pulling his scarf like up over his entire face, so it's just eyes.
Listen, kid. I liked the one where you guessed my card.
That was the first one.
Yep, that was my favorite one, and I loved it. And good job. And Kaylin here really likes what you do.
Not really. I just want to be supportive, and I felt like you were being mean.
Look, it's been a long day. So I need to talk to you two. Now, I know it's fun to play games and whatnot. You know, back in my day. Hold on.
Troop Leader Ron?
Yep.
I would like to preemptively apologize for whatever I did wrong.
All right. Well, hear me out first, because I know. Look, I back
Troop
in my
Leader Ron?
okay.
I
You
haven't
gotta
done
stop.
anything wrong, and whatever I did was definitely Trinity or Skylar's fault.
Okay, I get the feeling that you two did do something.
Excuse me, Troop Leader Ron.
Oh,
I know that something wrong was done, but I can't tell you what, and I promise it wasn't me.
all right. Well.
I can't tell you more, but I would if I could.
Okay,
Understand that?
this is fun, right? But I would appreciate it if you two went and wherever you're hiding, Trinity and Skylar, just let them go. They're probably tired. It's nighttime. We could all use a nap or whatever inside the cabin. Not the cabin. Where are they? They're in tents.
Tents, yeah.
Yeah, you get it. You get it.
You're another kid. Like, where are the
Yeah, there's another camp counselor that's just like in the tent who is just like waiting. Oh yeah, no, these are tents.
Look, it's fun to play pranks on other kids. I did it all the time.
Excuse me, Troop Leader Ron, I have to disagree. Pranks hurt.
All right. I'm starting to wonder if you actually did do anything, because you're just...
No,
Kaylin.
I didn't do anything wrong. I'm completely innocent. It's just that I think that pranks are
Kaylin.
bad, and I'm worried about our other fellow troop leaders. What?
I think we should come clean and go get Trinity and Skylar from where we hid them.
See? There we go.
You ready to come clean?
Wink.
What does that mean?
What?
You said wink.
No, I said blink because I was blinking.
Yeah.
When you say blink when you
Hidalgo
blink?
said blink because I forget to blink sometimes, and he was very friendly and nice in reminding me to do so that my eyes don't dry out. Thank you, Hidalgo. You're so nice. I'm gonna go look for them. And Kaylin runs out of the tent, just like clearly starting to cry.
Oh, hold on now. We gotta move as a
Hidalgo
troop, actually.
backs out while facing you, and the scarf just keeps going up as he gets out the door.
All right. That's fine. I'm sure they're usually like that. You know, whoever this other
Yeah.
counselor person is.
Yeah. Okay, so are you not going to be able to give me the checklist sheet for all the kids?
No.
I'm sorry, I gotta get every single one from every group. There's 20 kids we gotta keep track of. The campsites are about like 5 to 10 minute walks away from each other. I gotta hit 2 more stops before I can go to bed tonight. Can I
I don't see why we can't just play this loose.
You don't see why we can't just play this loose? Camp Leader Buckets, I need you to take care of it. Here, you know what?
They're kids. They're having fun.
I will. Yeah, kids are
Did
having
you ever
fun.
have fun before?
I've had loads of fun. Camp Leader Buckets. I've had so much fun. I
don't think you ever had fun ever.
That's a pretty bold statement to just be throwing around. Here,
No fun Fredward is what they call you.
well, okay. No one's called me that since middle school, but
okay, well, just have some fun. Just do the Sudoku I was doing, and I'll be back. Like,
you
before
almost
can-
finished it though.
It's the last one's really hard. Just stick around here. I got it covered.
Listen. What if I go tag the last 2 spots, and I fudge the time a little bit on your checklist? But I'm gonna wrap back around. I'm gonna hit you on the way back to my campsite.
I don't like that last part, but why not?
Okay. So it's about 15 minutes to the next one, 7 minutes to the one after that, and then that's like a full 23, 24 minutes back. Given if everyone has their checklist done, they'll be able to just hand them to me. So that shouldn't take more than a minute or 2, unless I want to have a good conversation with someone, maybe eat some Scout Troop cookies.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah. Well, actually, I try not to eat so close to bed.
Ooh.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I guess that's why they call you Fun Fredward, right?
Because I sneak little cookies before I go to bed.
Oh,
little
yeah.
snacks.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. I guess I could. Yeah. All right. Okay. I'll sneak a little cookie. I'll sneak a little cookie for you.
There's my guy.
Okay, you got 40 minutes.
All right. And
I'll
then
be back in 40 minutes.
Okay. Do your thing, man. And I walk out. And I'm going to track. How fast are you guys?
Well, so Kaylin immediately getting out of the tent went to, like, hide herself behind a tree to just, like, kind of cry and come down.
More of this.
I specifically did not take the unassuming trait. I thought about it. But that is to say that it is likely Hidalgo could find her fairly easily. But
you just feel a tap on your shoulder from behind.
She jumps a little bit and sees you. Hidalgo, I don't like this at all. When I agreed to be your friend and to keep your secret,
We are friends.
I know, and I'm glad that I can be that for you. But the only thing I hate more than hiding things from a teacher is directly lying to a teacher. And I know that Scout Leader Ron isn't. I did.
You haven't lied about anything. You didn't tell anyone about the snake.
Just because he didn't flat out ask me doesn't mean I didn't lie. Because he's suspicious. He thinks we did something wrong. I said to him I didn't do anything wrong, but I did do something wrong. I'm hiding the truth from him, who should know things. No, he should know things. He's supposed to take care of us, and he can't keep us safe if he doesn't know. What if the snake bites you, and he didn't know it was there? He doesn't know how to administer treatment, and I'll be too upset to tell him.
Kayla, the snake is in my sleeve right now. It's just curled up in there.
Really cute.
Fine.
You know why? You know why? It's curled up on your arm and your sleeve. Because it has a low body heat, and you have a high body heat, and it's using you for warmth. That's very cute. And I think we should tell Scoutmaster Ron. I don't like this. It's bad and it's hurting me.
I just need to smuggle this snake home.
You found it here?
Yeah.
I didn't understand that.
Of course.
I'm significantly more stressed out now. Hidalgo, you've upped the ante on this one.
I don't think it will be difficult for you to hear this.
Yes.
So I think you come out here, and it's like almost like, oh shoot, where did they go? And then just like behind a tree, you're hearing like
you hear all
Kaylin like breaking down.
All right. Kids,
no,
this has been fun.
I think I'm going to roll flight. I'm going to try to avoid this situation, this confrontation.
Can I roll to like anti-flight? What's grabbing? I think is the opposite of flight.
I just say you roll flight, like to get to Kaylin. It's contested flights. Here we go.
I'm at an 8.
Oh, you.
Mark adversity.
I want Hidalgo to have just climbed a tree. Just immediately climbed the closest tree.
Yeah.
I climbed not the closest tree, but I also climbed a tree.
Okay, so you climbed a tree. You want to roll flight for me, Hidalgo?
Yeah, sure.
You have to beat a 3, is it?
Yep.
It's a 7 + 1.
Okay, so both these kids climb trees.
Is that too late?
Yeah, so you can mark your
You want me to do
I
sound
would love
effects?
to, because Hidalgo's main motivation is to delight and mystify those around him. So I would like to have disappeared into the tree. Like, just, like, you see me poking around the corner, and then you round the corner of the tree, and Hidalgo is just gone.
Okay, yeah, I'm into that.
All right. This is really upsetting. And is there like what would I roll to just yell so loud to frighten these kids into just getting over here?
Grit. Probably.
Yeah, it feels like grit.
All right.
Yeah. So you're gonna adult grit.
I'm gonna yap and adult them. I got a 4.
Wait, you got a 4 for like just yelling?
Just for yelling.
I mean, I don't think that would.
Yeah, contested grit.
Yeah.
Yeah, contested grit.
18.
That's appropriate. 1.
All right, so this is what Ron says. All right, I did not want to do this, but I'm very angry, and I need you both to get down right now.
Did you say it at that volume?
I mean, like a yeah, like
His throat's really sore, you know.
Look, that's effort for Ron.
Yeah. Yeah, Kaylin comes scrambling down. You see her just like a few trees away, come scrambling down, and then come over to you. You're right, I'm
That's
sorry,
what I
Scoutmaster
thought.
Ron. If it's okay with you, I'm going to stay here at your side and not say anything anymore.
Sounds perfect. But wait, no, I need you to get the other one down from the tree.
I don't know anyway.
Oh wow, that is quite magical. He was just doing a bunch of card tricks. I didn't know he actually did a sleight of hand or disappearing acts or whatever.
William, is it feasible that Hidalgo going tree to tree could make it back to the
inside of the tent
before these two got back there.
Yeah, I mean that's feasible. I think
I wasn't very far away from the tent initially.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
What would you like me to roll to make that happen?
Probably flight. Like to go from tree to
Reach
tree.
for my D20 instinctively.
I know.
It's a 10.
Yeah, that's
10
pretty
plus 1.
freaking good.
11.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So.
Don't see him.
No, I mean you don't see him go back to the tent. So like.
All right. Well, not even part of the troop. So for the sake of this checklist, we really just need to find Skylar and Trinity, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Says the other troop leader and then leaves.
Yep. So, no, you don't have to raise your hand. I'm actually just talking. You're the only one here. What did you do with Skylar and Trinity?
Caitlin just like shakes her head, and her eyes get like super wide and start watering a little more.
What's up with you?
I just have a lot of guilt.
About hiding
just internal
two
things.
Children?
No. I really don't know where they are. They want us to play together.
And
they wouldn't
tie
even play
them
with me.
To a tree?
They would never play with me. They wouldn't even want to.
And so you snapped and you
No,
just
I don't have snapping
threw him in the
capabilities.
lake.
Still later on, I know we just met, but like I don't. There's not a snapping bone in my body. I couldn't snap if I tried.
And then you both hear a snap.
From
off, like just like about like 15 feet into the woods.
Caitlin jumps. I'm gonna roll flight again. She very much has the flight response in times of fight or flight.
Very Teddy.
That's an explosion.
Really Teddy.
12 total. To scamper up the same, maybe the closest tree. Just
Can I contest this with grit?
To just fucking.
If you stomp your foot. And like with Caitlin being a shield, if you stomp your foot like
very
authoritatively,
yeah,
then I think that makes sense.
20.
12.
Exploded.
Okay.
25.
So not
ground
only,
shit.
Caitlin like wraps her arms around the tree and then just like stays there, and is just like frozen. She's like, okay, what was that? Scoutmaster Ron?
You can mark adversity, by the way.
Cool. I marked one earlier when you didn't tell me to, so I'll just use this for that.
Okay, cool.
I failed.
Well, earlier you would. Yeah,
okay,
just
cool.
Mark it again. I watched you do it, and I was like, oh, I don't have to tell you.
Yeah. I also started with 2, which we've been doing for one-off characters.
Yeah.
Cool.
Sure.
Starting with 2 for one-off characters makes sense to me.
I mean, side story characters.
Yeah, side story characters. Yeah.
Caitlin's literally a 2-off at this point.
Yeah.
I want to see if I can gather who's there without saying anything.
Tell me how you want to do it, and I'll tell you if you need to roll.
You know what annoys Ron about a lot of these kids is they kind of jingle jangle in different ways.
Sure.
I want to know.
Yeah, I know.
I got a particular annoyance with sound or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So I want to know if there's any distinct sound that I recognize that would remind me of one of the kids.
Absolutely not. You don't even have to roll for that. You've you can't hear anything now. It was just a snap, just
without any person attached to it.
Yeah.
Maybe it's like an animal or something.
Maybe let's do a brains roll.
All right,
let's roll brains. Let's get this figured out.
I'm not gonna roll brains. I'm just trying not to make any noise right now.
Yep, stay right there. That's a 7.
Yeah, pretty good. I would say with a 7, the snap felt heavy.
All right. I didn't want to do this. So preparedness. Can you remind me again how preparedness works? Because we're working
with
with
2
a new
adversity
set.
tokens that just so happen to have a common house or like a commonplace item on your person,
or a common troop item.
Yeah.
Commonplace.
Yeah. I'm gonna spend 2 adversity tokens here.
Okay.
I have a hatchet on me.
Oh, sure. Yeah.
Not an axe. To be clear, a hatchet.
It's a hatchet. This is a hatchet.
Yeah, I don't want to step on any unknown character's brand or anything. You know?
Right.
Do you think we could call this episode "This Is a Hatchet"?
Absolutely, we can call this episode that.
All right. Jeez. And what are the Troop Scouts? What does the Troop Scouts manual say about large animals?
Don't.
It says don't. It says
Don't.
It says don't.
don't.
Encountering large animals, don't.
There's a message for you.
All right. Okay. Kaylin,
Yeah,
don't.
I won't.
All right. Let's go back to the tent now. And then
Wait, is everything okay?
don't. Okay. So.
Okay, that's the don't.
Mm-hmm. And then I got my hatchet in one hand, and I got Kaylin kind of just like grabbed here, and walking back to the tent.
Okay, can I get grits from both of you?
Yes.
For how exactly startled you're going to be by seeing Hidalgo back in the tent, like just
18.
5.
Oh, you're fine. Good, because you're holding a hatchet.
I'm only holding one of those heavy-duty flashlights.
Yeah, and I would say you can mark adversity. This will be very unsettling, like immediately. Just like having someone be in the tent. Like,
Yeah, especially since we're avoiding potentially a large animal.
Yeah.
Doggo would like to be asleep inside of his, or pretending to be asleep inside of his fucking, what is this called? Sleeping bag.
Sleeping bag.
Jesus
You got
Christ.
a little cot too. These are kind of like bigger.
No, it's a sleeping bag.
Cool. Great.
He's trying to contain his
Before we
snake.
do move forward, I do need to.
Okay. Give me this.
Generally, I won't do these kinds of things. But someone did donate $10 to hear me say, hold on, I'm Remy Ashwilo, my wife.
Someone donated $10 for William Firestarter. Thank you, Firestarter. I'm wife.
Their wife. Okay, cool. So you get inside the tent. There's a body in
I'm gonna throw the flashlight. Now would this be fight or brawn?
Fight.
Okay, good. Good for Hidalgo. Oh, that's an explosion.
Whoa!
That's another explosion.
Head.
What do you want me to roll on?
That
this
is
one?
11.
Grit?
Grit or brawn, I would do. Grit or brawn to like.
Well, it's gonna be grit.
to just
that grit.
hold the impact of whatever this is.
18.
Okay,
Oh.
cool. So I just like chuck it in that direction as hard as I can, or as fast as I can.
Then I think Hidalgo just with one hand reaches up and catches it, and then holds it right underneath his chin. Are you surprised that I'm here?
Mr. Ron, I'm sorry I said I wouldn't, but I did because I was scared. I'm surprised, yeah.
Wow.
It's
that's
because I'm an international man of mystery.
Boy.
fascinating.
If I have to be technical, I do International Boy of Mystery Hidalgo.
Man.
But oh my god, you scared me so much. Is it bedtime now, Mr. Ron? Because I think it's a good time for bedtime if you're asking me, and I think you should ask me, and the answer should be yes.
Yeah. Why don't you kids just stay in the tent? I gotta take care of
Alone?
something.
Without you?
Well, there's two of us.
You'll be together with the man of mystery.
International man of mystery.
The
I went to Canada.
world-renowned boy of magic arts.
I specifically have a title.
Great. So, look, Hidalgo, I'll be real straight with you. You're not even supposed to be here, but you have it together more than this one. So if you could use your magical abilities to keep Kaylin inside the tent while I go check on something, that would be greatly appreciated. And maybe your parents... Oh,
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Please keep going.
maybe I won't, report anything to your parents if we get this whole incident taken care of. Yeah?
I mean...
Yeah, Kaylin, you don't have to raise your hand
What
every
makes
time.
you think I would possibly leave this tent after hearing that snapping outside that is still undetermined as far as I'm concerned?
Oh, that's great. Maybe you could keep each other, I don't know if you get curious or whatever, but you keep Kaylin from getting scared off, and you keep Hidalgo from vanishing into thin air every time I see him.
Mr. Ron.
Yep.
How would I possibly do that if he is in fact a magician?
I don't know. You figure it out. I gotta go. And then and then I leave them to it for a little bit.
When Kalen turns back, Hidalgo's no longer in his sleeping bag, he's in Kalen's.
Mr. Ron! Oh, okay. Never mind. It's okay. Hidalgo, I thought you were gone for a moment. Can I sleep in your bed if you're going to be sleeping in mine?
Hidalgo's already in Mr. Ron's sleeping bag.
What's happening?
Mr. Ron. Mr. Ron Buckets.
Ron Buckets.
You are, you step outside the tent. Where are you going?
Bathroom.
So, one of the big things is I'm concerned if there's like kind of larger animals roaming about. It kind of makes me a little bit concerned about Trinity and Skylar.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Heart of gold, this one.
Yeah.
I need
He doesn't want to show up for some reason, but he cares.
I need a roll on like a lead.
Yeah, let's get brains then.
Yeah.
Let's do brains.
Cool.
What's your skilled at?
My skilled at is grit. It's been working great.
You're like.
My skilled at is fires.
Fires.
Okay.
Man, how did Frankie not join this
really
group?
not stepping on any other characters.
Both extinguishing and making.
And lore.
And it's funny because I accidentally wrote a typo and it says skilled at fired.
Oh man, I've heard it all.
Listen, we've all been there.
Actually, I'm not sure I have.
Whoa, Jonas, that's a
I consider myself very lucky.
So my brain is 10.
Oh no, I have.
Oh jeez. So let me roll that. That's a 2.
Great, mark adversity. You are positive that you have a lead. You take a few steps out and you find a series of sticks and twigs that lead into off in a direction that are all like snapped and almost like a very lightly drug trench, like kind of that direction. It could be something like very heavy or like something like that, but it could also be just like a couple of kids who are dragging their feet and just like through the woods for some reason that's what you're latching onto.
It sounds like Skylar.
Yeah.
Up to his old tricks again.
Her old tricks.
Which one is the one that can't hide?
Trinity is the one who can't hide.
Trinity's the one who can't hide.
She can't hide, and Skylar is just.
And Skylar can't run.
You
can't run, and you can't hide.
All right. Now, Skylar, I know it's you. Come on now.
You step further and further into the woods, basically out of earshot of the tent at this point. I mean, you kind of hear like a muffled like far away, but very soon the two of you inside of the tent can no longer hear it. We watch as scout leader Ron Buckets from far away, like peering through the trees in the woods, just keeps walking, following this trail. And then everything stops. The breeze is gone. The crickets are no longer chirping. You can't even really hear the snapping of twigs around you. What do you do?
Now, I'd quit running around if I were you kids. It's kind of getting dark out. Nothing. All right, I don't usually get angry here, but if you two don't stop playing hide and seek, I might have to call your parents.
Roll me a d20.
2.
You start hearing like a fuzz from a television, and it feels like it's inside your ear.
I'm gonna roll a dice on how to act here.
Okay.
Is that okay?
Sure.
I rolled an 8 for grit. Is that like something where I would act remarkably under pressure?
You could like stand your ground here, I think, but I don't know that it like you might be.
There's no TV in the woods, so that's like unnerving.
I mean, yeah.
Like-
Maybe you think your ear is just messing with you. How old is Ron?
Ron's 52.
52. Yeah, maybe you think your ear is just messing with you, like.
And it's dark, and there's no noise
And it's dark,
anywhere
and
else.
like, and it seems like everything has
I
just
think
like
the only
suddenly
sound
gone
is
silent.
static,
The
right?
only
Yeah.
sound you're hearing is like this like kind of fuzzy static in your ear.
I pull out like a. Gosh. Sounds like a good time to make a torch.
Sure.
Yeah. I'm skilled at making fires. So is that just like I could make torches whenever the fuck I want, or?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah,
I mean, like, because anything that's like 9 or below, you just automatically
I
succeed.
can't imagine
at.
a torch being a 10.
Yeah.
no problem.
Like,
Yeah. I think this is like my go-to scout move. I just make a torch. It's like kind of soothing, I think, too, on the nerves. Skylar Trinity.
As soon as you strike up this torch and like you have it like I think you like have it down and you strike it up and then you pull it up in front of you to yell Skylar and Trinity. You with this like new light, you see a set of eyes that reflecting that light back to you, not like 20 feet in front of you.
Oh,
And they are not at eye level.
like a kid?
No, they are 2, maybe 3 times taller than you.
Oh, sweet Jesus. All right. This is a fight. This is a fight.
Are you gonna fight? I mean, like let's get a grit here really quick. I just want to know.
All right.
I don't know. Is it a fight?
It
Or is it a
ain't a fight.
Mark adversity.
Yep.
You seeing this thing for the first time, like something with eyes like that are that tall. I mean, like you thought there might be an animal out here, a big animal. You just didn't think that bears could get that big, and your knees are shaking and you're quaking. And back in the tent, Hidalgo and Caitlin.
I need a super serious pinky promise that you're not here to like kill me or hurt me in some way. I literally don't know anything for sure about you, Hidalgo.
Kaylin, we're friends. I'm just not allowed to tell you anything because I'm an international man of mystery.
But can you tell me that you're not gonna hurt me or kill me or anything?
Pinky promise.
Pinky promise?
I am here to...
You have to kiss your thumb to seal it.
I'm here
It's
to...
not like a cute thing. It's just how you do it. You don't have to keep doing it.
I'm
I'm sorry I
here,
misled you by doing it a second time also.
I'm
Thank
here
you.
to amaze and mystify.
You've done it.
Well, I don't feel like I've been very effective with Counselor Ron so far. I feel like he's sort of like not sold on the whole international man of mystery thing, which is vaguely upsetting in ways that I can't really put into words.
Well, I understand it. I mean, you clearly are this one thing, and like it's very important to you, and you try really hard to be that thing, and you succeed really well, and I know it can hurt to not have that be acknowledged by the people that you look up to. And I also look up to Ron, so I understand.
Do you think if I gave him a bunch of money that he would believe that I was an international man of mystery? And Hidalgo just like out of his backpack just like pulls out like a thick wad of like $100 bills. Which is something, by the way, that I have in my backpack from last time.
Right on.
Unmarked envelope full of cash.
What?
Like,
Are
is
those
this
real?
enough, do you think?
Are those all real?
Yeah.
I've never seen anything close to that much money in one place in my life, Hidalgo.
Oh, really?
Really?
I mean, it's not that much. It's only like... And
No,
Hidalgo
that's-
like kind of pulls it apart. It's only like $20,000.
Hidalgo, I'm not convinced that my parents have $20,000 between them right now.
Well,
I
here,
can't
give
say
this to
that-
them.
No, we can't possibly.
Why not?
Well, because what? How? I mean, we don't. We just met. Are you sure?
Yeah.
Don't go. And she takes the money. Thank you so much.
They're just like really gonna want to make sure that nobody can trace where that came from.
Wait, where did it come from?
I don't know.
Take it back. I can't. No. If it's spy money, I don't want to put my family in danger.
I'm not a spy.
Who's gonna come after what is it?
I'm an international man of mystery.
Well, if it's dangerous money, I don't want my parents to get into danger. It's bad enough
They're
that
not
I'm
going to get in danger
getting
because
into all
they'll
this
have
crime.
$20,000. $20,000 always keeps you away from danger.
Roar! Like the huge roar that you can now hear from outside, like far off outside the tent.
Hidalgo?
Hidalgo pulls his scarf up a little higher.
Okay, Hidalgo, as the elder child in the tent, I'm gonna stay inside, but I'm gonna go figure out what that was, okay? And Kaylin creeps over towards, like, the flap of the tent and pulls out her wilderness guide, and flips to the part of identifying wild animals, and the subsection of identifying them based on sound. And I want to roll brains to see if I can tell what I'm hearing or just heard.
No, absolutely.
Is something like still making noise? Like, am I hearing?
It was just it was one
big
huge,
roar,
loud roar, and like now you're kind of hearing like a.
Okay. So yeah, I'm gonna see if I can identify this. That's an explosion.
Yeah.
Wow, 23.
Wow.
20 with a 23, you are confident that you have no idea what this is.
And also, you also hear ah!
Okay. Good news, Hidalgo. I know what it is, and it's okay. So we just need to wait for Counselor Ron to come back, because what we just heard was a simple howling squirrel.
When Kaylin looks back over, there's a hole cut in the back of the tent.
Oh no!
And Hidalgo has disappeared.
No! This was my job! I was supposed to... No! Counselor Ron! And she's gonna chase after.
So Ron, you see you see these eyes like barrel down kind of to your level, and you don't see like a mouth open or anything like that, or like it's like still a little too far away from you in the dark, but you hear this extreme roar that like you feel like the push from it. It is so loud and so strong.
Ah!
And what do you do?
All right. I search my backpack because I think I put away my hatchet so that I don't scare no children. And I'm gonna try to get it and like throw it while I run off or something.
Okay, cool. Roll me a fight.
Oh, that's flight. Oh, thank God. I was like, why is this so low?
Oh no.
No, that's a 7.
Oh no.
Oh, okay.
Well, okay. It could be worse.
Okay, cool. Yeah, then you
God.
you go to throw your hatchet, and it like you throw it and it just like hits a tree like 2 feet in front of you. You're like, ha, and you just like hit right into a tree and like it's stuck. And then this thing starts barreling towards you. And you can hear and like feel its like steps, and you hear that static, that like fuzziness in your ears start to get louder and louder.
What does the scout troop book say about bears?
I think it would say
Like,
get
get
as big as you can and try to
Don't back
intimidate
down.
it.
Yeah.
And you have a torch, so
I mean, step 1 would be don't.
step
yeah.
1 was don't.
Step 1 is don't. Step 2 is get big, right?
Step 2 is get big.
Yeah.
So don't.
Kaylin's
and then
got
get
don't
big.
covered, but
Yeah, so I'm going to try to use the torch to become as big as I can. And I'm just going to... This is my last resort. I'm going to just let out... Ah! And I'm waving, and I'm making noise.
And that was what was your roll there?
That's a 13.
A 13. Okay, not bad.
wait,
Actually.
for grit? Because I think your grit is +1 for adult.
Really?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, that's a 14.
Grit and brains.
Okay, 14. So, yeah, you're like swinging your arms and you're getting as big as you can and you're yelling, and this thing gets like close enough where you can see suddenly the light like starts wrapping around the figure in front of you, and you see a large, muddy, clay-like, feather-infused creature with bones and like you've never ever in your life seen anything like this, and it seems genuinely completely startled by what you've just done and veers off and runs far off into the woods. That static in your ears gets louder and louder to the point where like right now actually like it is almost like clogging your entire brain. Like you can't think because it's so loud.
I need to do like a little spin with the flame, and I just know something's out there.
Yeah, you spin with the flame, and when you spin and you turn, you see another creature that is tar-like and more gooey looking than that other creature that was just in front of you. It is still about 2 feet taller than you are. It is within arm's reach, hunched over, blank face. The only detail are ridges and cavities where this thick tar is like cratered almost like the surface of the moon. And you can see for a moment also that it is not touching the ground at all.
I am doing the same raw thing, but like running backwards now.
Kaylin.
Yeah.
I mean, you're hearing like a lot of noise.
I think all Kaylin is currently aiming to do is find Hidalgo and get him back in the tent. Because she does not see any way either of them can help Ron with whatever this animal is. And hopes that Ron has it under control. That may be just something she's telling herself because she may not want to get into it. But I want to roll brains to see if I can figure out where Hidalgo went.
Cool.
That is a 3.
Can we get like a flight from you, Hidalgo? Just for like a DC.
Yeah. And I might put some adversity on it.
It's a 5.
5. If I spend 2, can I like see where he's going and kind of at least keep up from a distance?
If you spend 2, you can kind of see where he's going and keep up from a distance. If Sam's cool with that,
I'm cool with that.
Then you can mark adversity, Sam.
Okay,
cool. I'm gonna do that and just be like, Hidalgo, get back here! We cannot get into this. It's gonna be fine. Ron's got it. Mr. Ron has it under control. Stop running!
I have an important question, William.
Yes.
How much does Hidalgo remember?
Oh, yeah.
Ooh.
Hidalgo remembers almost everything.
Cool. Including this thing in the woods. So Hidalgo is running towards this sound. And he sees Camp Counselor Ron facing down this thing and even like roaring at it. And I would like to like run up and grab his hand and just start sprinting back towards camp.
Okay, when you enter you start running towards Ron Buckets here, and suddenly like in this space like everything goes dead quiet, and like you're still like running forward, and things stop like moving to you like while you are in this radius, and I can just tell you this: before you like got this close to it, you were hearing noise, you were like seeing rustling and like the breeze and like everything like that. So it's not like everything stopped. It appears as though you are seeing and hearing things differently than other people would be while being in like proximity to this.
Okay.
So it's like not necessarily true that the breeze has stopped and you're not feeling it anymore, and that like the wind has stopped and that the crickets have stopped. You just have stopped being able to feel and like sense those things.
Gotcha. Okay. Then Hidalgo's gonna run up to Ron and like Ron is like facing this creature down, right?
And backing away.
Backing away, yelling.
Yeah, as Ron is like facing, backing away, and yelling, this creature starts like picks up, like haunches over, picks up a little bit, and is just starting to like slowly glide towards Ron. A line is appearing across its face, and just to give you exactly what Hidalgo is like, so Hidalgo has not encountered one of these things like since then.
I figured.
Upon leaving the airport, did not remember anything.
Okay.
But if you remember, there was a while back where like where Derry, I can't believe I forgot Derry's name.
We got kind of like brain blasted.
Got kind of brain blasted. When that happened, it hit everyone.
Yeah.
And the only reason that Derry no longer remembers is because of like Santa X blocked just that like the creature part of it, but Hidalgo wasn't there for that.
Yeah.
So Hidalgo kind of like had a memory of like sort of what happened, and now seeing this creature,
everything
flatly remembers everything.
Then I think Ron, you kind of trip over Hidalgo as he like runs up behind you.
Ah! Oh my God, kid, where are you here? Oh my God.
Ron, that thing is very bad and it will destroy you.
Get out of here! Oh my God, we gotta leave here!
Camp Counselor Ron, that thing will destroy you from existence. We need to leave.
I can extrapolate. Oh my God, we gotta go!
The line appears across like where you assume a face would be, and this like static, as if you were looking at a television screen, starts to appear as a jaw drops down to the ground like a snake mouth. Let's get some flights, shall we?
Kaylin's seeing all of this, I'm assuming.
Kaylin is seeing all of this, yes.
I almost imagine that she's like stepping into the zone as this is happening. And I think maybe freezing there without even rolling for it. Like, okay.
I will let you roll grit if you want to.
I mean, I kind of just want to play that.
Cool.
I kind of just...
Cool.
I don't see realistically her being confronted with this being more active or being able to run away.
Gotcha.
It's a bad day for rolls.
What'd we get?
Got a 1.
Got a 1? What did you get?
8.
Okay. Hidalgo, you can get away. Ron cannot come with you. But you can mostly save Ron if you also are willing to take a little bit of a penalty here.
Yeah, Hidalgo's definitely going to try to grab, he's trying to grab Ron and pull him away. So I don't think he would just drop Ron and run.
So this is where we are. You could both mark adversity, but you are going to get away. But Ron, as you are being pulled away by this child, and you're also trying to defend yourself and everything, you swing your torch out in front of you as this creature with its now jaw dropped down to the ground is moving towards you, gliding across the woods of the ground, and it just phases right through your torch and your arm. It does not feel like anything except slight, tiny little pins and needles. Of it going up your arm. I would say it gets all the way up to one side of it before you, almost up to your shoulder before Hidalgo starts pulling you further away. And with a little bit of that momentum, you stagger, and your leg on that same side kicks up slightly and up to just your shin.
Mm-hmm.
Also feels very pins and needly for a moment.
Mm-hmm.
And you get pulled slightly away with Hidalgo, and you go to take a step and you topple over because your leg is not there anymore.
Mm-hmm.
And you go to brace your fall, and your arm is not there anymore. And as you fall to the ground, you pull Hidalgo with you, and Hidalgo, your arm gets just evaporated as this creature moves past both of you as you fall to the side of it. Now, the way that this happens, you're not like bleeding. It's not like cauterized or anything. It's like
It's like it was never there.
It's like it was never there. It is like completely. It's like flat, where the phasing happened, where it just like it's just gone. It'd be like if you took a cookie cutter and punched some dough out.
So is that to say that, like, with the remainder of the arm, is it just skin at the end, or are we seeing inside the arm, or are we seeing, like,
just skin.
a void?
There's skin at the end.
Cool.
Yeah.
I am going to roll grit now, because if you said moving past them, it's moving towards me. And I want to see if that will... that's a 5. And kind of I'm trying to snap out of my, like, momentary frozenness.
Okay, cool.
Can I say if I reacted? I could say if I react. Like, I'm sure there's shock.
Yes.
But I'm not going to talk about I'm not going to act it out. That's okay?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. No, that's fine with me. You don't have to go into that too much.
And having seen all this too, so a 5.
A 5.
To kind of snap out of it, potentially.
Okay, here. I'm just going to do... that was on a D6?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to take a D6 as well.
Okay.
And I'm just gonna like roll that for your DC on this.
Cool.
4. So you snap out of it. Just enough.
I think it's coming like towards.
It's coming towards you, yeah.
And I see what just happened. So Ron, Hidalgo, can you get Ron to the tent? I'm gonna run to the tent.
Okay, fine.
Yeah. As fast as I can. That's a 10.
It's a 10. Okay, cool. Yeah, you like start hoofing it. You book it to there. Hidalgo, are you like helping like get Ron to the tent and everything?
Yeah. Is this thing chasing
it?
Amy
doesn't seem to be like it moved forward and it was going towards Kaylin. Kaylin like was just like fast enough. This thing is like kind of going just for Kaylin at the moment.
But it is chasing Kaylin.
It's chasing Kaylin, but is like losing distance. Like Kaylin is like getting further and further away from it.
All right. So priorities. There's a kid being chased.
Yep.
Obviously, I don't have an arm and a leg.
Yep.
Hidalgo doesn't have an arm.
Mm-hmm.
Is there anything I can make a crutch out of on the spot?
Probably not quickly, but
maybe not you, but Hidalgo has treasure hunter.
Okay.
So I may spend an adversity token to find a useful item in my surroundings.
Would the arm and leg are on the same side? I don't remember. Would a crutch help if you're missing?
No, you would need like something that would bridge the distance between your shin and the ground so that you could walk.
Yeah.
Yeah, or like a stick of some sort to like stick under an armpit or something.
I mean, yeah.
Because he still has up to his elbow.
Yeah, but even with just the pit, you would need like the hand
control.
to help control it.
It's not
so what would you want to find? Like a...
I mean, I want to find something that will help me move Camp Counselor Ron.
Sure. Yeah, to help move Camp Counselor Ron quickly. You're spending adversity tokens. You're doing Treasure Hunter. Then I think that you can find like a like sturdy enough...
Actually, I have a pitch.
Yeah, let's hear it.
Is there maybe an abandoned sled that was left over from last snow season that someone just left in the woods?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, that makes sense to me. I mean, like one that just gets like that a family left behind.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's kind of beat up, but it works.
Yeah,
for sure.
So I kind of like I'm looking around desperately, and I see it like maybe like leaning up against a tree or buried under some leaves or something. I go and grab it and pull it out. I'm like, Ron, you have to ride on this for now.
I thought I told you to stay in your tent.
Well, if I did, you would be dead.
Fair enough. And then I get in the sled or whatever.
Sorry, go ahead.
No, I'm just thinking out loud. How do we stop this thing, right?
I also have intuitive.
Oh, okay.
And
all right.
I would like to spend an adversity token to figure out how to get this thing to stop chasing myself, Kaylin, and Ron, at least for the time being.
Yeah.
All three. I want, like, a way to stop it from chasing any of us right now.
Yeah. Well, I mean, like, if you know that these things are kind of... they react to, like...
They're instinctive.
Instinctive, yeah, to the surroundings. So, like, I think absolutely, if Kaylin gets like far enough away from it, just like they go and then they just stop.
Okay.
And then they can stop for like really long periods of time, and then they like glide to a different area, like just aimlessly it seems, and then just like stop again. Because like at the airport when you encounter these things, there were several of them that just like did nothing. Forever.
And I see Kaylin getting far enough ahead of this thing that it is like slowing down.
Yes. Okay. Yeah. In fact, actually, like as soon as Kaylin, since you seem to be watching it, like you're not like super concerned. You watch it for a bit, and Kaylin gets like just far enough away from it, and then it just hard stops.
Okay. Camp Counselor Ron, I think we're safe for now. I have an important question for you.
What is it?
What kind of magic do you do?
What?
These things only chase people with magic.
Do I have magic?
Not. I mean, like, doesn't everyone though?
not to your knowledge.
I want to say this is as far as Hidalgo knows. This is not like explicitly true.
That was something that I think Derry had like concluded.
Derry and like Lucy were both heavy into the idea that because
we also connected it very much to the presents we got from Santa. I think I don't remember
Santa X. Yeah.
Santa X. Yeah.
Yep.
We need to find a fire extinguisher.
I'm a fire extinguisher.
No, I mean a bottle fire extinguisher.
Why? What? Okay, kid. What is this thing? Did you bring it into the camp? Is this you seem to know a lot about this thing. Is there something you're willing to share with us? Because I don't have an arm and a leg right now.
Hidalgo, like, I think even as dark as this moment is, just kind of starts like smiling. Like this like big broad smile. And he just like tugs his scarf up a little bit and says, "I'm an international man of mystery, Camp Counselor Ron."
Okay, well, if okay, just stop pulling as hard. Just find like some smooth path or something.
It's the woods.
All right. So Kaylin is safe
for now. We should all get out of here immediately. Everyone, all the camp counselors and everyone else.
Yeah, that seems like a good enough plan. There's like 20 kids. How many kids?
There's 20 total, like in the different spots. There's 20 distributed, 4 kids per camp leader. So
5 groups.
5 groups.
I have a question, William.
Mm-hmm.
Do we remember Skylar and...
You do.
Hidalgo just like stops pulling the sled for a second.
I remembered something from the opening scene now.
Yep. Well, what is it?
I think Skylar and Trinity are still out in the woods.
Oh, dear Lord. We got a couple priorities, I guess, but... you said Kaylin's fine for now.
They don't know about these things.
They don't? As far as I know, they could have gotten eaten. How do you know?
You don't know about... I'm the only one who knows about these things.
Weird, but...
as far as I know, Kaylin doesn't know about these things. You don't know about these things.
I know next to nothing. I thought it was a bear.
My parents don't even know about these things.
I didn't even know you had parents, kid.
That's on purpose.
Well, I was going out to look for Skylar and Trinity. They don't seem to be in their regular hiding spots. So if you have the slightest idea where they could be, we could maybe try and look for them. But we're short an arm and a leg.
We need to gather weaponry first.
And that's where we're going to take our break. So we'll be back in about 10 minutes. Everybody do whatever you got to do and come back and like see the thrilling conclusion to this episode of Hijinks Handlebars. All right. Kaylin, you burst into the tent.
Kaylin bursts into the tent and she's feeling it is that like welling up feeling like she is about to just like start sobbing, and she allows herself to push past that point to where she can't help but scream and forces as loud of a scream as she possibly can. I won't recreate it for the stream here because I want these walls to stay intact. But she's going to scream as loud and as like everything she's feeling, she's going to try to get out both for herself and also to try to alert people around as to the fact that there's danger here. Do you want me to roll for that, or do you want me to just say she screams extremely loud?
Yeah, I'm. You roll a d20.
Cool. Ooh, I wish I had taken lucky. That's a 1.
No, that's okay.
Yeah.
You do the scream as loud,
yeah.
like very loud.
Yeah, so it is. I mean, like,
this
you two
was
can definitely
unrelated.
hear it. Cool. Yeah, and she does that, and then she catches her breath a little bit, and she's gonna dig through her backpack for the walkie-talkie that she has. I'm gonna use prepared to have set a walkie-talkie to the frequencies that the troop leaders use.
Oh, sure.
And just try to get them. So turn that on. Hello, this is Kaylin Joyce. I'm with, Ron. Is anybody there? Over.
Hey, it's Scout Leader Fred. I'm sorry, I'm on my way back right now. Is everything okay?
Hi, you need to come here immediately. There's a creature chasing us. It is not a normal thing. I don't know. It was floating, and it was tendrily, and it took his arm and his leg, and it took his arm. And please, I'm in the tent. They're coming back. They're gonna be okay, but we need you here now. Over.
Okay, that sounds really serious. I'll be right there.
It really is. Okay. Okay. We know what to do.
And then you
We
just
breathe,
go like,
and we wait.
Hey, while I'm on the way, I just want to like make sure that you're okay. So if you want to keep talking to me, that's fine. Like just if there's anything you need to say.
Yeah, that would be nice. I was talking, but I was actually the only one listening. I'm very afraid right now. I don't know what's going on. This is not. I really prepared for this. I read the book front to back so many times. I read books you didn't even have on in like the curriculum that wasn't even recommended, and I thought I was ready for anything, but this is no one could have prepared for this. I don't know what's going on.
Yeah, that sounds horrifying. I'm really sorry about that. Well, Ron, you were saying that that the camp leader Ron Buckets was
He hello? Ron! It's all go!
So I'm using prepared too. I
Okay.
want a walkie-talkie also.
Cool.
Did I catch any of that?
Yeah, you caught all of it.
Okay. And what did I hear of Fred?
Everything.
Everything. Say
You,
like
you heard all of
Did you
that,
cut
and then
out?
the
Cool.
Okay. That don't sound good. All right. Hey, stay where you are.
and you can hear that.
Ron, it's you? Ron? This is Kaylin. Over.
Yeah. Don't leave the tent. You got it?
Absolutely. I wouldn't. I will stay here and don't. I'm gonna be bundled up, okay? If you see a pile of things, it's me. I don't know what happened to the other counselor. Was it Fred? Was it Fred?
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
Fred.
Counselor
Fred,
Fredward, yeah.
Fred's gone. I was talking to Fred, and now just went away. Just got
No.
static. I lost the line. Over.
I heard that too. We're gonna evacuate the camp. Got it? Over.
Yeah, that's great. That's great. I'm gonna if I do anything, it's gonna be packing up, but I won't leave. I'm still here. Please hurry.
Kid. Okay, so you seem to know about these things.
And you're like dragging Ron back to the tent right now. So like yeah.
What's the plan of action here? How do we evacuate everybody?
Well,
what stops them?
Oh, yes.
What makes them gather? Is it a numbers thing, or do we go one by one? Do we split the party?
I have a question real quick.
Yep. You got my full attention, kid.
Who's Fred?
That's Counselor Fredward. He's the other.
And
counselor.
as you were saying it out loud, you two are also starting to forget who Fred is.
It's who? What are we talking about?
You said Fred?
No, I don't know Fred.
We need to get back and save Kaylin.
Yeah.
We don't have time for anything else. Do you still have your minivan parked here?
Is that another prepared to have a minivan?
I mean, I think you
had
would
to get out to the woods.
I think you would just have that. I think
Yeah.
that's fine with me.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
We need to load everything back into the minivan and drive back to Mohawk right now.
All right. Do these things react to noise or whatever?
They definitely yes, they react to noise and they react to frequencies.
Frequencies like the radio?
Like the radio.
So no radio is what you're telling me.
I don't think we should use the radio.
Yeah, I chucked yeah, so I checked the walkie-talkie. All right, kid. We got to round up everybody at the camp. We're going to try and get everybody back to my van as quick as we can. And hopefully, while we make our way back, we find Trinity and Skylar. Got it?
Yeah, just a question.
What?
By everybody, you mean you, me, Kaylin,
Everybody.
Skylar,
Trinity. The rest of the kids. Everybody.
Okay.
All right.
And you start to being able to hear them like talking. They're close enough to the tent now, Kaylin.
Hi. Oh, okay.
I zip down the tent. We're gonna get everybody rounded up. And we're gonna be real quiet, okay?
I want to roll grit to see how much of everything I've packed up.
Oh, cool.
That's a 2.
So like almost nothing.
Yeah, I mean, like,
yeah, mark adversity.
Yeah, I'll mark adversity. I didn't even get my own stuff finished. If I had rolled well enough, I wanted to have everybody's stuff packed up, but I'm still finishing mine.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm close to done. I just need to finish packing. We should do that really quick. Are we?
Camp Counselor Ron, how many seats does your minivan have?
Enough. We got enough seats. We're gonna get everybody in there. Okay.
Kaylin, we have to get out of here.
I got like maybe like 8 seats.
Yeah.
Are we gonna leave Trinity and Skylar behind?
No.
We're gonna find them
Okay.
on our way to the van. Okay?
On our way to the van?
On our way to the van. And if not, well, we gotta save as many kids as we can. Okay?
Okay.
Now, how many tents were there?
There's 5 total, and they're about like 7 to 10 minutes apart, walking. But there's a dirt like road trail.
Where would the van be? Because I thought it was like near our.
It would be near your tent.
Okay.
Yeah. It would be near your tent. Yeah.
Okay.
Which foot did Counselor Ron lose?
Let's say both my left and just
left
my left side.
arm and left foot.
Cool.
Yeah.
Okay.
So not the one that can drive a vehicle.
Okay, just checking.
Yeah.
You
Unless
could drive it either.
I get.
Especially if the other one.
Is anybody? None of us are left-handed, right? You are. Right?
I'm left-handed.
You're left-handed. Do you drive with your left foot?
No.
Okay.
I'm
I was
also
gonna say.
left-handed.
So like, yeah, no matter
But
what.
Yeah.
Surprise!
Do I relearn this like every
Yes, you do.
Okay, so you're both left-handed?
Yeah.
Do you have any idea how rare that is that we have like I mean, sure we had like 3 non-binary people on the show at one point, but this is the real.
Well, that's
welcome
different.
to Lefties
Non-binary
and
people seek
Handlebars.
each other out. Left-handed
Yeah.
people don't necessarily do the same.
This is kind of amazing that we have 2 left-handed people.
We seek each other because it's more convenient at dining tables.
Yeah, if you sit on the end. Yeah. Wow. Okay. Yeah. So anyway,
We need to pack up.
No packing.
What?
We just go.
Hidalgo grabs his backpack and just slings it over his one arm.
Give me that hiking stick.
Okay. She does.
That's my crutch now. Yeah?
yeah, sure.
Cool beans.
I don't.
Again, though,
Again, I don't know.
I
how
don't know
would
that is to an end because it's the leg and
well,
arm on the
actually,
same side.
if you used your right arm to and put the crutch under your left armpit, if you've lost your left arm and your left leg and you just went like this, I think that would work.
Okay.
I think that would work.
Sure.
Yeah, I'll tie. So here's what I'll do. I'll wedge it under here. I'm imagining there's a bit, and then I'll tie whatever part of my leg's left to it.
So it's that makes sense.
It's almost
to me.
like a peg leg.
Yeah, almost.
Yep.
That makes sense to me.
Cool.
It would
Okay,
probably
yeah.
be like a little unorthodox, but like
Yeah.
It's
not
desperate times.
definitely not as easy to get around probably as it once was,
Yeah.
but yes.
Okay. Well,
Now
I've
listen,
got
you
most of my
really
things.
tell me your plan. No, it's important, but we have to be quiet. Apparently, the thing reacts to noise, and it reacts to frequencies.
We should stop using the radios.
Okay. She throws it out of the back hole, the Hidalgo-shaped hole. Mr. Ron, I have to, just coming back to something you said a minute ago, was I supposed to come up with a plan? Because I do not have one. And nor was I expecting that would be part of my curriculum here. I thought you were kind of the plan guy, and I was kind of going to learn.
Do you remember on day 4 of our camp, or what do we call it? Scout camp?
Scout troops.
Scout troops training. Rule 4.
Of course.
Think on your
Feet.
Today's one of those think on your feet days, okay?
I saw something. I want to dig through Trinity and Skylar's stuff. I had seen something in there that I thought might help us if we got into a dangerous situation. I want to see if I can find it. I'm gonna roll brains.
Okay.
I rolled a 12.
Okay.
Ooh.
It explodes.
19 total. She finds a. Okay, do you have an idea? Because I was hoping that I would find one at the end of the sentence.
Oh, okay.
I was thinking on my feet. If you don't,
I mean, it could be like a flare gun, or it could be
or a machete. Not that she wants it.
I suppose because it's like scout, like it's
Yeah.
like a small machete. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a small machete, okay?
It's- well, I mean, we don't know Trinity and Skylar. The flare gun's actually really good.
Yeah. Like
Yeah.
flare gun.
I think she pulls out a flare gun.
Cool.
Yeah.
That's cool.
And I didn't take Treasure Hunter, which is why I wanted to roll for it. But yeah.
Yes. I see.
'Cause I had prepared. But yeah. Feet.
Where did you get that?
Trinity and Skylar were giggling about something earlier, and I saw them hide this really quick. And they told me not to tell you, and I didn't because I wasn't supposed to.
Jesus.
But this seemed important.
Kaylin is really good at keeping secrets.
And actually, if we're in the business of telling you things that we should tell you, there's something
Well,
I should tell you.
We don't need to...
Are you gonna yell at me, Hidalgo, if I?
No, of course I'm not
What
gonna yell
sleeve
at
was
you.
the snake up?
It was definitely up my right sleeve.
And what arm did you lose?
My right arm.
Hidalgo has a pet snake.
You ditched the snake?
It's in Camp Counselor Ron's sleeping bag. I was hoping he would get back to it.
Gotcha. I'm like sitting here like, oh no.
I just thought you should know.
All right. Well, we can talk about that.
I feel like that's not our most pressing
Later.
concern.
I don't have any other concerns now. Honestly, my conscience is kind of clear. I'm still very scared. I think that we should go.
We should. And if y'all don't have any more things to say,
Camp Counselor Ron,
yep.
you have a fire extinguisher, right?
Let's see here.
Put out the campfire, like
My skill is extinguishing.
I mean, yeah, I think a fire extinguisher makes sense
There we go.
for any like scout leader to have just out in the woods, just in case.
Especially for these boys and girls.
These kids.
These kiddos. Thank
These
you. I was
kids.
trying to find my way out of that phrase
Yeah, I gotcha.
as soon as I could.
These friends.
These pals.
Mr. Ron.
Yep.
If you're ready, I'd like you to lead the way.
Here we go.
Hidalgo, you should grab your backpack.
It's already over his shoulder.
No, that one. Wait. Whose backpack is that?
I think it's yours.
This is my backpack.
Do I know whose
Counselor Ron, is
backpack this is?
You have no idea whose backpack that is, but you look around the tent and you see Kaylin has her backpack, Hidalgo has a backpack, and you see two other backpacks next to the cots for Trinity and Skylar, and then you see a fifth backpack that has a sleeping bag rolled up on top of it.
Any kids pack up an extra backpack?
It sounds like something I would do.
Yeah, it's probably your backpack.
Yeah, I should take it.
All right.
I'll take it. I'll take mine is smaller. Anyway, I'll strap it to my front. I'll be like a turtle. Don't push me over. I might not get back up.
Alrighty then.
I'm behind you.
All right.
As soon as you take a step out of the tent, it becomes quiet.
We need to move.
Everybody
Go to
hold
your
on to
van.
this rope.
We need to go to your van right now. Camp Counselor Ron, let's
No
go.
one let
Let's
go
go.
of the rope.
Let's
We
go.
have to
Let's
stay
go.
together and be quiet. Okay.
We head to the van.
Cool. Everyone hold the rope.
You see, as you are walking, like 4 or 5 of these tar-like creatures just completely still, like hunched over, levitating off of the ground. Just dispersed throughout the woods in different locations. And given the proximity to you and the quantity, you might even think that further into the woods where you cannot see, there might be more of these.
Okay.
Are they in the direction of the van?
There are 2 in the direction of the van, yeah. But they're not like right next to the van.
Mm-hmm.
And you said the tents are kind of further off where we can't see them, like 7 minutes away?
Yeah.
By foot, yeah.
No, they're like, it was like 12 minutes, wasn't it?
They're 7 to 10 by foot.
7 to 10 by foot, you could drive to them in like 2 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Just checking in. How many tents do we remember?
You
4 others.
remember 4 others. You
Okay,
do.
cool. Just checking.
Yeah, 4 others with 5 kids at each.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
That's like, we just remember that's the way the camp works.
Yep.
Yeah. Even in normal circumstances, we couldn't remember all their names.
Mm-hmm.
Have you distracted these before?
You've seen these things
Just
before?
try to avoid them.
Are you like a monster hunter?
No, I'm an international man and mystery.
Don't sneeze. Bless you.
Thank you.
If I bless you before you sneeze, then you don't.
All right. Walk
The 2
around.
of them begin moving.
Towards us?
Yeah, more like they just like start
Drifting.
up and then just start drifting, like they cross each other in front of you and like between you and the van. And then one of them stops and the other one keeps going and it actually like drifts away from you, but there is now one like directly in between you and the van.
Hidalgo.
If things get bad, use the fire extinguisher on it.
Got it. Can you sneak behind them with some magic stuff and get in the car?
Are you handing me the keys?
Yep.
I can try.
Okay.
I can help.
Take Kaylin with you. And if something happens, I want to make sure they don't chase after you. Okay?
I feel like we should all stay together.
We will. I'll be right behind you.
Yeah, Mr. Ron, I'm worried. I'm worried that you're leading up towards sort of a heroic sacrifice, and I want to remind you that neither one of us knows how to drive.
If that happens, you'll figure it out.
How to drive?
It's pretty easy.
I think there's a badge for that.
Okay.
Think on your feet,
Yeah.
remember?
Think on your feet.
Okay.
Which one's the gas pedal?
The one on the right.
The one on the right.
Okay, we're good.
But I'll be right behind you. Okay?
Okay.
Let's get some grit or flight. I will take either.
Flight is better, but I feel like I especially have to roll grit. Come on!
Okay. So
What are you rolling?
I don't know if I roll because I'm kind of gonna be in a separate direction
I get
if
it. I need a roll from you for like.
for like grit maybe.
Yeah, let's do grit for you for
Okay.
sure.
I want this to be I'm loyal.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I see
So
what
I
you're
want
saying.
this to be an assist if they fuck up.
Yeah.
I want to
I'm
be
not going
able
to use it, but
to
like...
assist in some way. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay,
No,
so I still roll for
sure.
grit.
Yeah, roll
Can I
grit.
use my hero
Okay.
point?
Yeah.
I
12.
almost took lucky.
12. What did you get, Hidalgo?
12.
12. Okay.
Mhm.
12 is good. You like was that flight or grit?
It was grit.
It was grit. Okay, so you're really taking your time, but you're getting like you're scooting past. You're kind of like getting like with the ones that are like in proximity to the one that is in proximity to you in the van. It's like you're finding that like they're it's like in a video game.
Yeah.
You're getting just far enough where you're like away from its like alert zone, but not entering another one's alert zone. So like you're like
Really threading the needle.
like threading the needle, like that kind of thing.
And we had this rope. If I can narrate how I really failed this one.
yeah.
What did you
Um,
roll, by the way?
I rolled a 1 on
Okay.
grit.
Yep.
So Hidalgo, I mean, you're still holding on to the rope, I would assume.
of course.
And so is Kaylin. So we're staying together, just like a few feet behind. And you get to your final like destination as you've like passed, which is like behind this thing, right? Or to the van.
I was trying to get to the van.
So you get to the van, and you feel that the rope has gone limp, and you look back, and Kaylin made it part of the way, basically as close as we got to the creature's zone, and is just frozen there. The thing might be facing her.
Yeah. I mean, it's
But
like it's just there. It is
It
also.
is like
it's also
she is
still.
very close.
And you're like back with Kaylin at this point, right?
Yeah.
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 So
Even like further back probably because I made it in a bit, but like
Yeah.
'cause I got closer to the thing, but
She's
Yeah.
frozen?
yes, just
just
like,
like-
just.
you can see her like heavy breathing, but she's not moving.
Kaylin? Come on.
And with like your breathing like getting more staggered and loud, this creature starts to like without actually turning its body, is now facing you.
All right. So this is my assist.
Yeah.
With loyalty.
Yeah, and
Mm-hmm.
you had a 12 on your grit, so you're keeping it calm, keeping it collected.
Kaylin, I am pushing her in the direction of a car, trying to startle her. And then I'm skilled at fires.
Great.
I'm going to throw a fire in whatever opposite direction there is.
A fire.
A torch.
Okay.
I was like,
What are them
You're
fires?
gonna light up
Fireball.
Fireballs
You're gonna
now.
light up a torch. You're gonna light up a torch quick, and
Yeah,
just
yeah.
like boom.
Cool.
Yeah, yep. And then I'm gonna start yelling and running in the opposite direction.
I'm gonna. Can he do all of that to that point?
Yeah.
I would like to roll flight, as
Yeah.
I am startled very much so by the fire and the shoving
How
and
many
the
adversity
screaming.
tokens do you have right now?
I got 6.
You have 6. So loyal,
It makes the adversity tokens add 2 instead
add
of
2
1.
instead of 1, and this like in this situation, I would let you. So with this, you need a 10 to
Okay.
catch up to Hidalgo and get into the van.
Okay.
What have you got?
I'm at a 4 so far.
So with loyal,
Mhm.
you can give
I can
adversity
give
tokens.
3 adversity tokens and make
If
that
you,
match.
if that's all you have, I could just 2 would be fine. Because I have some too.
Ron has 6 total.
Okay, cool. Then yeah, give me 3.
So like giving you
Cool.
3
That's
would
great.
make you match. You would get there.
Great, cool. And then I'll keep all of mine.
So you're doing this. You're screaming like you're making this distraction so that Kaylin can go on ahead. And you start bolting in the other direction. As soon as you like drop that fire, a blaze like starts and just explodes out from the right underneath this creature. And it is now like hovering above these flames. And again, without like actually like turning or pivoting its body, is just suddenly facing you entirely and starts gliding in your direction. A line of static appears across its face and then starts opening up, dropping its jaw down all the way to the ground. So close to the ground that as it is moving towards you, it is passing through those flames, and those flames are just disappearing. The leaves and the grass on the ground, the sticks, the rocks, the mud, as it is being like dug into the ground with this jaw, it is all going away as if it were never there. With your noise, with your running, with your fire, you pass through 2 other alert zones of these creatures, and 2 others, without turning their bodies, are suddenly facing you and gliding across the ground towards you, lines of static appearing across their face. As all of this is happening, you, Hidalgo, and Kaylin are clamoring inside of the van.
Hidalgo shuts the driver's side door behind him. Is Kaylin in the van already?
Yes.
Hidalgo,
you don't know how to drive, right? Right? You don't know how to drive?
Well,
if you don't know how to drive, scoot over. I can do it.
William?
Yeah?
I would like to spend an adversity token on intuitive to know how to drive.
Sure. That would be more like, wait, can I drive? And I say, no, you can't drive. But
no, that's for adults.
But you're an international man of mystery. I would like, what are we sitting here with your flight or your brains? Like, what is?
I mean, my flight is a D12 and my brain's the D10.
Okay, yeah, we'll use flight to drive.
Okay,
so
deal.
You got it.
Okay. Hidalgo turns and says, I think I got it, and then hits the brake pedal as hard as he can.
And nothing happens.
The other one, Hidalgo, it's the one on the right.
Sorry, and he hits the gas pedal as hard as he can.
Okay, are you in drive or are you in reverse? If you're in drive, you're heading towards the creatures and...
it's in park.
It's in park. So the engine
just rev.
Okay. I'm spending 2 tokens of prepared to pull out my fucking DMV manual, my driver's ed manual. That even prior to the scene, I had internally established. Kaylin has read at least 3 times front to back, and I'm going to dictate to him how to drive so that we can do this the right way moving forward.
Are you going in reverse or are you going in drive?
I'm going in reverse.
Give me a flight roll. I'll get yours in a second, Hidalgo.
Okay.
But I'm getting a flight roll from Ron here really quick. That's a 3.
Mm-hmm.
So the last thing that you see as you kick into reverse and start driving away from these creatures is your camp leader. With the newly manufactured cane crutch thing, basically like sprinting as fast as he can away from these things, screaming and like lighting more torches and like throwing them like back and like and you see them doing nothing, just like evaporating in the mouths of these creatures. And as you're pulling away, just before you get too far away to see Ron anymore.
I do want to say, like, I'm not intending to leave. I'm trying to get at him at a more advantageous position.
I see. Okay. Well, then give me a flight.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see how this goes.
4 + 1.
Yeah. So you.
Do I notice this?
Sure, probably like the vehicle, instead of it like actually just completely driving away, trying to like drive through the woods to like.
Yeah, not on a road, but I'm trying to like back up enough that I can like go around them and come out the other side to pick him up.
Okay. So Ron Buckets is running away from these damn creatures, terrified for his life, and I see this van coming up, and it turns to me. And without knowing quite what I'm doing, I throw my cane away, and I just say, "Go!"
And the creatures pass through Ron, and Ron is gone. And not only is Ron gone, but you cannot remember why you were driving that direction. You just know that you need to get away.
Turn around! Go! We need to get out of here! We need to get out of the campgrounds! Follow the trail! Go! Switch gears with the thing.
Hidalgo switches gears, and I'm headed for the other campground.
Great. Cool.
I talked to Nope, never mind.
We have to pick up the other kids.
Yeah.
Okay, flight?
Yep.
Okay. That's a natural 1. Plus 1 for flight. So a natural 2.
You can help. Because this is you said you were doing DMV, like the driver's manual stuff.
Would you call this a failure, William?
I would call this like an extreme failure.
Yeah, I mean, making it a 3 wouldn't make it any better, would it?
Making it a 3 would make it so that
the van isn't swallowed immediately.
Well, making it a 3. If you make it a 3, I promise I won't kill both of you now.
I
can also make it a 4.
A 4 is great.
Yeah, let's do that. I'm going to as we're when you switched gears, you switched the wrong direction. I'm just gonna like put my hand on yours and push it back the other way.
Okay.
That's my 1.
I switched it back to park again.
Yeah. I'm like, no.
Drive. And you start driving, but as you're like redirecting, you're driving down this like gravel road, and there's a creature that is like right in the middle of the road, with a jaw dropped completely already. That was like just starting to hover towards you, and it passes right between the two of you, chopping the van in half. And both of you, the parts of the vehicle, like it just narrowly, it takes off like a part of your shirt, Caitlin. Like your shirt is just like that part of your shirt is like out next to your arm is just gone.
Well, good thing I lost my right arm because then I have a little breathing room.
yeah. But like the tiny little.
She had frills off of her sleeve, like cowboy frills almost.
Yeah, and no, it's just like...
Or fringe, that's what fringe, yeah.
And these two halves, well, 2/3 because the middle third is gone. These 2/3 of the car, that one like is just Hidalgo with 2 tires, and the other one is Kaylin with just 2 tires, start passing away from each other and headed towards the trees in the woods. I'll give you both a flight to exit those vehicles.
I was going to ask, am I going to be safer exiting or waiting for the airbag?
It's a good question. It's a good question.
Yeah, so like I've read the manual front to back 3 times.
Sure. Well, give me a flight, and then we'll just determine like how, or a flight or a grit. I would take a grit.
I'm going to take
a grit. You say?
Yeah, I'll take a grit if you're going to just like stay in the vehicle. And,
I don't think Hidalgo would try to jump out.
Cool. Great.
Here's the thing. I'm because of my skill set, I'm going to make it an 8. An 8 in flight.
17.
And I'm going to jump out, and I'm going to I have read the proper ways to like tuck and roll when you're doing these sorts of things. So I'm going to try to jump out.
When you're jumping out of cars that have been cut in half.
Jumping out of cars.
And
I've seen Lady Bird.
And within you do jump out. And like when you like hit and you do your tuck and roll, you land on your shoulder a little bit incorrectly, and you like furiously dislocate your shoulder.
Normally yes, but I'm tough.
You people love doing this to me.
So I would have, but I think I'm actually able to like pop it right back in as I land.
Yeah.
Like, no.
You hit and you feel it dislocate and you're still like tumbling, and then you like flip over into like a 3-point stance and just like pop it back in.
Hidalgo!
And as soon as you yell Hidalgo, just you hear that other section of the vehicle just crash into a tree, with Hidalgo still in it. And the airbag goes off, and usually an airbag going off for a child is very, very dangerous.
Especially in the driver's seat.
But yeah, especially in the driver's seat. But Hidalgo, you're like so bad with this vehicle that like you're the reason you were having such a hard time is because your seat was so far back, and you're having a hard time reaching the pedals.
So that's all the way down.
Yeah, and then as the airbag like pops up like above you, and then you like just like run into it. It doesn't explode into you. And with all that, you're 17 grit. You are fine.
Hidalgo!
Just like
charging
And, like,
into
it
the
hits a
van.
tree,
out of
it
the
hits a tree,
wreckage.
and then it like
And the
like
dog
falls
is
on
just
its
standing
side.
there
Yeah.
as it falls away.
Hidalgo, I'm glad you're okay. She's gonna like give you like a big hug. I'm glad you're okay.
We need to get
to
out of
run.
here.
Keep running.
I think we're just gonna keep running down the road. I will say, so I have a phone. I have an iPhone.
Okay.
I'm gonna pull it out to see if I'm getting signal.
Yeah.
Call the police.
I have a better idea.
Better idea than calling the police?
Do I have Derry's phone number?
Whoa.
I
don't think you don't have Derry's phone number.
I don't know why. Here's the thing. I feel like if the numbers were exchanged, it would have happened in the episode, and I don't believe that it did. But okay, maybe let me ask you this: is Hidalgo on T-Bone?
Definitely.
Then we are friends on T-Bone, if you've accepted. Because I think Derry would have searched for Hidalgo Mystery and found you.
My last name is Mystery.
And Hidalgo M.O. Mystery.
Yeah.
And he was like, M.O. Mystery. M-O-M, like mom strength. And he sent a friend request.
Okay. Then I think Hidalgo is going to send Derry a message.
Okay.
And say, hey, these things are back. They're at... And then I put in the address of the scout camp, or the rough address of the scout camp.
And as you're like, as you're running along...
How do we get rid of them?
And you suddenly, again, feel the breeze stop hearing, like, anything. And also, like, you're in this clearing on this, like, drive, this gravel road in the woods. And you can actually see off in the distance towards Bald and lightning. Like flashes. And everything slows. And you can see a storm way, way off. But it is huge. And you know this because, like, Bald is pretty far away. Like, so far that you shouldn't be able to necessarily see something over there. But it is an unnaturally large, significant electrical storm. And as everything has slowed, you see to both sides on the road these creatures. And then you feel the ground rumbling from behind you. Yes, Kaylin.
Is Kaylin experiencing all this as well?
Yes, you're both experiencing this.
Hidalgo, I don't want you to be weird about this, but can I hold your hand? Because I'm very scared.
Hidalgo reaches out his hand and looks behind them.
You look behind you, and there is an incredibly large, clay, feathery, kind of like monstrous, gross-looking creature pouncing towards you on all fours. And you can both roll something for it. Flight, grit, like...
I want to... You reached out your hand?
Mm-hmm.
Here's what I would like to do. Well, what are you going to do, Hidalgo? Do you know? Because if not, I can...
Go.
Okay.
Do what you're going to do.
Kaylin's going to think on her feet. I want to grab Hidalgo's hand and then put my other arm at his back and shove him forward, get him starting running as hard as I can, get him running, and brace myself for the creature. I want to roll brawn.
Brawn, yeah. It's cool with me.
That is a 16.
This is, you're pushing
I'm
Hidalgo
pushing
towards
you,
Bald.
yes,
Okay.
to get out of here.
To like pass the creatures towards Bald.
That's the hope. Yeah. I mean, and like, not like picking you up and throwing you, but like tossing you.
Mhm.
Yeah, shoving you forward, and then
Yeah. So here's what happens. You do that. You like shove Hidalgo like and so fast past these two creatures that like you know Hidalgo by now. Like you kind of understand the radius. You would be in both of them for like a moment, but you got shoved through so fast that like they, for a second, they like formed towards you and then like just completely relaxed and stopped moving again. And you made it right by as this creature approaching you, Kaylin, pounces right over you and swings at both of the creatures on the other sides of you, smashing them into tarry like mess against the trees in the woods. It stops and then turns back towards you, now separating both you and Hidalgo, and roars right in your face. Then turns back around to Hidalgo and roars right in your face. And then you see a smiley face where a face would be. And it starts pouncing forward over you, Hidalgo, and runs back into the woods. You see this tar that has been splattered against the trees starting to reform. All of it is coming back together.
Hidalgo, I've learned that my feet are smarter than my brain, and are saying we should run. And I'm gonna run towards Hidalgo, towards Bald.
Then yeah, I run.
You run towards Bald. Are you any longer trying to go to the other campsites?
No.
No. Doesn't feel like a good idea.
So you start off towards Bald. And you feel your senses return to you. You start to hear the breeze. And Hidalgo, you no longer see that storm. In fact, who knows if you ever saw the storm to begin with, but it did spark a memory from back at the airport. And as you two run off down this road, further and further into the woods towards Bald, we go back to your campsite, where there were 6 people inside of this tent at one point. There were 20 kids, 4 to each camp leader, and Ron had 4, but Hidalgo wasn't supposed to be here. There was one more kid that everyone forgot before this even started. The first victim of the static. We see a pair of shoes, size 11, next to a cell phone that was dialing 911. The phone belongs to a Fred, but when the phone is found, nobody can remember who that is. The next day, Skylar and Trinity are back, telling tales of a creature that they rode. People laugh, but they're a little bit more concerned about the other 2 children that they cannot find, Hidalgo and Kaylin. We go about 4 or 5 hours further towards Bald, and we see a storm up in the sky. An electrical storm. Massive, powerful, and hundreds of creatures moving that same direction. But as they get closer and closer, every once in a while, a strike of lightning comes down and incinerates those creatures. For now, it seems like they're having a little bit of trouble. And next time on Hijinks Handlebars.
What happened to them? These two wily kids.
Yeah, who knows? Okay, cool. Thanks, everybody. You can come back. Okay. Yes, so this has been Hijinks and Handlebars. This is a continuous campaign. You can find all of our previous episodes on a playlist called Hijinks and Handlebars. That is on the QueueTimes main YouTube channel. Again, if you're watching this on Twitch, when the VOD comes out on YouTube, go and say some stuff. Put some comments in the YouTube videos. We really appreciate it. And it's a really easy place for me to respond and to see everything that you have to say. Thank you to everybody who was in the Twitch chat. We didn't really have it pulled up to see it and everything. You were probably talking to one of the, probably Jake, who is monitoring everything for us. Thank you so much. But I will check the chat afterwards, so if there's anything that you want to say, I'll see it. So thank you. We should be back to a normal, like, we usually have Franny here as well, playing Gertie. And Jonas and Sam are usually playing Derry and Teddy,
respectively.
And Chris is usually playing Shay. But this was just like this was a little bit of a side story to give some people a little bit of like background on certain things, and also tell.
I really wanted to play Kaylin again. Was part of that. I miss her.
But we'll be back to where we were before. We're going to next episode.
Week we're doing
We're gonna resolve the previous honeymoon heist. The honeymoon heist, and also get into the thick of some other business. Kind of like a combined getting back to like the full story as a whole, as it were. And then we're gonna swing into it. I've got some big plans moving forward. We're really gonna like start digging into this season 3, or whatever it is. So if you like this, please tell your friends about it. Post about it everywhere. The memes are great. Posting on Tumblr is great. So going like to our subreddit, which is r/Hijinks Handlebars. That's all great. We love to see everything that everybody has to say. We're gonna be doing this for a bit yet. I have everything like planned out for the most part, like plotted out for exactly like how I want the show to keep going. I'm excited to keep that going. It'll be very exciting as well to like have people interacting with it. That would be great, and I would like that very much. We've had a lot of really cool, really dedicated people watch every single episode of the show and burn through it in like 2 weeks to a month and stuff. It's a lot. It seems daunting. It's a lot to undertake. It's nearly 50 episodes now. But I think it's completely worth it. And if nothing else, like start here and watch along or start on episode 44, which is kind of a soft reboot. Like sort of, things are gonna get messy, but maybe you can keep up with it. Cool. But yeah, so you can find me on Twitter and Instagram at kwilliamwhite. You can find the show on Twitter and Instagram at HandleStream. But I think Spencer used to run the Instagram, so that's a little bit less utilized at the moment.
Maybe that'll change.
Yeah, but like I said, I would love to hear from you. The show would love to hear from you. I like to retweet things and everything like that. Check out my band, Glass Beach. Jonas is also in it. I play drums. Jonas plays bass. We do a lot of other stuff. We have some stuff coming up right now.
We have a show on Sunday if you're in the LA area. At Bridgetown DIY in La Puente. So that's on our social medias. You can see the info about that.
Also, I'll just announce it here. We're going to be starting a Patreon. And we're going to be starting a Glass Beach Twitch channel, and we are going to have we're working on an online store specifically for like extra merchandise for Glass Beach and everything right now. So there's a lot of stuff that's like coming out. We're gonna start posting about it pretty soon. I was gonna start today, but then I was
also gonna start today, but
then I kept every time I was gonna post something on Twitter about it, I kept being like, oh, no, I should be posting about the election right now.
Yeah.
Like every time I post, that's why like there's like a couple tweets from me that I was just like stuff about like anyway, vote for Bernie. We're not the things that we say are not what the feelings of QueueTimes as a whole and like all that kind of stuff.
But they are our feelings.
Yes. They are our feelings, and QueueTimes lets me keep saying them. and if so, like,
if you want them to stop, tell them.
Cool. Okay.
No, don't.
Lights
Leave
turn
QueueTimes
off.
out of this part of the show. This part of
yeah.
the show is between us and you. What William has said, I agree with, and that is all that matters. And Sam as well.
Yeah. Great. Okay. I think that's. I'm in Court of Corvids as well.
Yes,
Thanks for the
as
$10.
am I.
Firestarter.
Firestarter.
Oh yeah.
Wow.
Hey, Firestarter over here.
Oh, was it you?
Yeah. Thanks for the $10. That's amazing. I can't believe you paid $10 to have me say my wife.
Is that the titular made it? You made
Yeah, I
him
think
$10
I
to
made
say
it.
my wife? I mean, that's basically what Sacha Baron Cohen's career is.
That's true.
Yeah, I think Sacha Baron Cohen got paid a little bit more than $10
$12,
to say my wife.
$13 if you're asking me. Yeah.
Yeah, thank you so much. I don't know, that's wild. I don't want to break up this show too much to say all of my quotes as Remy, but I don't know, if you pay $10, I might do it.
Hey, honestly, if you donate to the tip jar and you have things that you want William to say, maybe we can start doing that when we come back from the break every time.
Unless I want to get really into the action. Maybe I'll do it at the end.
How much money does the Glass Beach Patreon have to make for you to force Jay to let us put my wife into the lyrics of the next album? Now this is how much it will cost to put the burden on you to make sure that Jay lets us do it.
$10 million.
Yeah, if you want to.
I have been Jonas. Did you have more?
No, that's it. Yeah,
I have been Jonas. You can find me on Twitter at Jonas Newhouse. This is my dog. She's lovely. I love her. So do you. She also voted for Bernie. Shh. And you can find me on Twitter at Jonas Newhouse. I will tweet about the band Glass Beach, which is on Twitter and Instagram at Glass Beach Band. I'm also on Court of Corvids, which is our Pathfinder 2nd Edition stream. William and I play characters who are married and how. It's super fun, a lot of fun like horror elements, and we just like, Jake is a wonderful GM who dreams up great things for us to just do shenanigans around, which is very fun. So check that out as well. We're on Sundays at 4:30 p.m.?
Yes.
4:30 p.m. now. And yeah, you can also catch me on the backlog of shows, including one that I'm sure Sam will want to talk about because it's oh so lovely. I will pass over to him now.
Cool. I've been Sam Richardson. You can find me on Twitter at Laggardson, Laggardson, and you can find me, as Jonas and William have both so kindly set up, also on the QueueTimes main YouTube channel in a playlist called Monster of the Week, where I ran the titular Monster of the Week. It is a completely finished campaign. There are, I believe, 15 episodes of that over 5 arcs.
Yeah.
It is something that I'm really proud of. I sort of started that last year, and Jonas and William and our good friend Sammy were kind enough to commit to the entirety of the thing, and QueueTimes was kind enough to host it for me. I really love it. I think it is some of my best tabletop stuff. So if you like me on this show, maybe go check that out as well. I also, if I can be so bold, I think it is Jonas's best role in a.
I think it is like
I think so.
It is like
because
my
it's so
favorite
concise,
character,
yeah.
and it is like probably the hardest I've played a character.
Yeah.
It is very. She is not very much like me, but I felt the most like a person playing her, I guess.
It's also my best character.
Yeah.
But like Keely, my favorite character to play, and I think the character that I have like played the best. I don't know.
Yeah.
I really love that show. I think you will too. It's only 15 episodes, so it is, tight and concise. If you want a sampler of that, a couple of weeks ago we did a Hijinks Handlebars hiatus in Handlebars where I ran Monster of the Week for some other folks, including Franny. So if you want a little bit of like a taste of what that's like, maybe go check that out. But otherwise, go watch that series. Also, just to tease a couple of things, if you like Riverdale, or really don't like Riverdale.
If you're ready to hear some opinions about Riverdale,
maybe keep an eye on Jonas and I's Twitter. That's all I'm gonna say.
When you said something about jingle jangle and I don't like when kids with their like jingly jangly. I just
jingle jangle is a very different word for anyone who's seen Riverdale.
Yeah. Anyway, yes.
Yeah. Maybe I knew that. No, I didn't know that. Hey, I've been Chris Taniguchi, playing Ron Buckets.
Who? Ron Buckets.
Wait, who?
What are you playing? Gotta say, what a character arc for Ron Buckets here.
Yeah.
Starting off being like really annoyed by these kids and not wanting to be there, and then saving their lives.
Here's the thing. As soon as he was alone, he clearly cared about us. I think he was just putting up a front in front of the kids. I think he just wanted to seem cool.
The world may never know. If you like my stuff, I have a YouTube channel called Tanimato where I animate music videos and storytime stuff. I might be putting out something in the near future, but in the meantime, just subscribe to check it out. And about that Ron Buckets guy, terribly sad thing to happen to him. Maybe a great way to pay some respects for that fine fellow would be to tip.
To pay your respects.
Pay your respects to the tip jar.
Pay your respects.
Yeah, could we get an exclamation point coin in the chat?
Hey, can we get an exclamation point coin?
I did realize I want to say one last thing. Melee by Dogleg.
Melee by Dogleg. It's Dogleg Week, everybody. Melee comes out. Stream it. It's going to be so good.
Okay, great.
Poggers.
Poggers. Bye.
PogChamp.
Bye, everyone. Have a good
Dog legs.